WESH 2 News continues.
A trip to the hospital often results in multiple bills coming at different times from different providers.
It can be confusing, and scammers are using that to their advantage. WESH 2's Luana Munoz sorts out how to tell real medical bills from the bogus ones.
Baby registries, social media accounts, they're all places where personal information can be made public, and that makes people a target for being scammed. In modern medicine, a patient goes in for a procedure like a C-section, and months later, they can get bills not only from the hospital where they had that procedure done, but the individual physicians, anesthesiologists, even nurses that cared for them. That could leave room for anyone with your personal information to possibly scam you.
Certainly, anytime a consumer receives a bill that they weren't expecting, regardless of the dollar amount, it can be alarming. And oftentimes, they will reach out for help in understanding or trying to kind of decode those bills.
Holly Salmons with the Better Business Bureau hasn't seen the issue with medical bills here in Central Florida, but scams in general are on the rise, and it seems scammers are always finding new ways to trick people. And when it comes to paying a bill, Salmon says it's important to ask questions first.
Anytime you're going in to see a physician or to receive any sort of treatment or diagnostics, you want to make sure that you ask up front for a prior authorization, especially if you do have insurance, and also get an estimate up front.
That way the customer knows what to expect and what their insurance will pay, but sometimes even a legitimate medical bill could get paid twice. That's if the company sent an invoice to both the insurance and the patient and got both parties to pay.
Make sure that the bill that you've received in the mail matches up to what they filed. The next thing you want to do is, if you have insurance, compare it to your EOB or explanation of benefit to make sure that the expenses or that the claims have been run through your insurance. If they have not, then perhaps you don't owe that entire bill.
Attorney Mark NeJame with NeJame Law has represented both scammers and victims of major financial fraud cases.
It's easy to get a logo from the hospital for a medical billing. I mean, if people can counterfeit bills, they can surely counterfeit a letterhead.
NeJame says the scams are often not for thousands of dollars, but smaller amounts that may fly under the radar. And for people who just want to get their bills paid, they may not question it and just pay it.
Now more than ever, the scams have become so complex that law enforcement is always attempting to stay one step ahead, and they're lucky if they're only one step behind.
That's why NeJame says you should never pay a bill blindly. Do your homework and don't be afraid to ask questions. In Orlando, Luana Munoz, WESH 2 News.